and we're gonna talk about the women that are here and really rate them by on the 3 categories that we talked about: win, loss record, believability, wrestling skills, and mics. All right, and this was at 1:31 minutes. Okay, Cara, Joe, these are the women that are coming out right now. We have 4 categories, 4 types of women. So here are the first ones. I'm gonna take off the banner so you can see their names. Here we go. And here we go.
Step in the ring, it's NXT time. D walk on the mic, gonna blow your mind. We bring the energy, the crowds go wild. We stay on top, we never back down. We break the boundaries, push the limits. NXT wrestling, we the epitome of brilliance. From the mat to the mic, we bring the fire. D walks the name, I'm the rhyme supplier.
In a square circle, we wrestle with passion, heart.
Okay.
All right.
We have Jada Parker, Jasmine Nix, Kendall Gray, and other.
And got Carmen Petrovich and who's the other one?
It was Carmen Petrovic. Jada Parker, Kendall Gray, Jasmine Nix. It's 4. It was 4.
It was 5.
That's fine. We'll figure it out later on. All right, let's start off with the youngest. Jasmine Nix. Does Jasmine Nix have? By the way, her win-loss record for Jasmine Nix in the last 3 months that I've seen her, she's lost 4 and only won 1. That's it. So that's not really a good win-loss record.
No.
Our wrestling skill. Go on, Joe.
And I feel like Jasmine Nix is a background player in a group.
Yeah.
And she's not really getting her time to shine as a performer.
Because she's like, yeah, I mean, she kind of is like the backup singer to the main duo. I mean, it's obvious the other 2 have seniority over her, and she's like the youngling learning from her mentors. That's what it seems like.
Yep.
Precisely.
And she always loses. She's always the one that always loses. Shows out for like the first 3 minutes and loses. So that's fine. So as a rating, from 1 to 5, what would you give Jasmine Nix?
Is this overall, or are we still doing that whole 3-part system?
No. We're just like from win-loss record, from that and that, as an overall rating, what would you give 1 to 5? Honestly, because like I could do it from 1 to 10, but then it would be like all technical. Like, oh, I give Jasmine Nix 6.2. You know. Go on, Carl.
I know it sounds harsh, but I would say 2. Like, I'm sure she has technical skill, but I mean, all I've really seen is like the cat fight style of fighting, I feel like. So I don't know. I'm just not really, and like submission holds, I guess. But yeah, I'm just not impressed overall, and she's just not really my personal style, I guess. So, but yeah, I guess overall, I agree with Joe that she has some more growing to do. So a 2 for now.
That's fine. Joe, rating from 1 to 5.
1.
Wow. Okay, that was short and sweet.
That's right. I respect that. Okay, I give it a 2. She's great as a tool, but not as a primetime player. She's used as a storyline. She's used as a defeat. Excuse me, or she's used as a starting wrestler to something else. That's it. So that's on to the next. Kendall Gray. I give it a 1 right off the bat because I rarely see her. I've only seen her 1 match. That's it. 1 match in 3 months. In 3 months, 1 match, and she lost. So lost. Wrestling skills is very submission, ground style wrestling, kind of like British. So I respect that.
And
yes.
And until she has more matches and I see more of her, I'm going to give her a 0.
Yeah. I was going to say NA because like unless you have more than
0.
one match in 3 months, and that's fine. Cara,
0.
who are we?
She can't even. She can't. I can't even give her a point. Like I said, because she's never on.
Who are we talking about?
Kendall Gray.
Kendall Gray.
Gray. Oh my god. Is she the one with the kimono? No, not the kimono.
Nope. There's a little blonde girl. There's a little blonde girl that can flip people. That's it.
Oh, I mean, I feel like she was pretty cool when she was like in the circle, but now it's been so long that I've forgotten about her.
Yes.
She said
Her most notable thing that she did was when No Glitter Catch Crew was fucking around with somebody, and then every week someone would like talk to Kendall Gray, and Kendall Gray would get mad, and then she would flip one. Remember that, baby, before you left?
I remember that. Like she seemed pretty cool. I mean, I'd give her like a 3. You know, I like her style.
Okay, respect that.
Yeah, I just forgot about her, and I got her mixed up with the chick who's fucking around with Adonis.
Yeah. Oh, Petrovic and Friendly.
Petrovic. She's in this count too.
Oh yeah. Now we're going to Petrovic. Petrovic, I've seen her in 5 matches. She's only won 1, and she's lost 4.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's even worse than I remember.
Because every time she's like, last match with Adonis, she lost. The other match with that she was with, that she lost. The other one before that, she won. Before that, she lost, and before that, she lost. I remember, and that was again. This is a 3-month period, ladies and gentlemen, that I've started watching NXT because of NXT that with you all. So in a 3-month, 4-month period, she's only won 1 match. That's it. So she might win next week with Ashanti.
So what's your rating of her?
I give Petrovic a 3. So I like her sword shit, but Cara knows this. I always get scared with that stupid sword. Like, you're gonna cut somebody who actually just got really close to the fans. Like, you got really close, bro. Yeah.
It's fake. But no, I give her a 3 also. Like, same thing. She's got some good technique, but she always sticks to like the submission holds and the same shit. So yeah, I give her a 3. She can improve more. Expand her repertoire.
I'm gonna give her a 3.
Yeah.
I feel like she has the it factor, and I like the Kill Bill angle that she has going on. She's got going on. I feel like that she needs more TV time, more matches, and more chance to use the microphone.
Yeah, and not backstage microphone. Like, actually talk.
Ring.
Talk to the fan. Yeah, exactly. Because like it's always been backstage. She rarely talks in the ring. Rarely. I've never seen her actually talk in the ring at all. It's always been backstage. So like, and Brindley, again, and Cara has a crush on the wrestlers that she said she is. I have a crush on Brindley and Petrovic. 1, because they're blonde and blue eyed, but 2, that like they're so cute. They're like little cute chipmunks. For me, that's just for me. I love my girlfriend, by the way. We'll put that out there.
So who else do we have on this list?
Okay, I'll repeat it one more time just in case.
Step in the ring, it's NXT time. D-Walk on the mic, gonna blow your mind. We bring the energy, the crowds go wild. We stay.
All right, so we got to do Jada and Jakara Jackson.
Okay, let's do Jakara.
Okay.
I give Jakara. In win-loss record, she has lost so much as a singles, and she has lost so much as a tag team. Boom, right off the bat. Wrestling skill, I was going to put her as a 1, but in the last 3 months, she has improved just so fucking much by just putting her body out there and really trusting the system. And I respect that.
But that's because they've given her time, Alex.
Yeah. No, and she's gone to the main roster way more than NXT. Like, it's not just doing the same things with the same people in NXT. You're going to fight the Sky Pirates. You're going to fight Jada and Bianca, who hate each other, but still are wrestling. You're going to fight different tag teams. That's the point of doing the rounds. And I always tell Cara that, like, I never told Cara that actually, like, the point of being a good wrestler is not going to the main roster and doing like 10, 12 matches a year. It's doing the rounds, doing the same matches on the independents, doing the same matches in other corporations, like just doing different types of people, not pause, wrestling with different types of people. Thank you. Wrestling with different types of people and understanding how wrestling is not just, it's not linear. It's like the fucking tree of Xristo from Loki. Like it just branches by so many different directions. That's why Joe and I always praise when someone goes to Wrestling Noah or somewhere in Japan. Like you're going on an excursion in Japan for like 6 months or a year or 3 months, dude, you're gonna come back different because they fight and wrestle completely different.
They will
same
tear
type
you
of moves. Yeah, exactly. Same type of moves that we do, but just rough, stiff. And I respect that. But for her, as a rating, my heart wants to give her a 4 because she's improved so much. And her mic skills has improved, so she's got a lot more confident, way more confident. If you remember when we were talking about that, she would always have a lollipop in her mouth and like rarely say shit at all. I give her a 4. Fuck it. I give her a 4. Straight up. She's changed dramatically. And then she reminds me of not the Angelo Dawkins, but the other guy.
Montez Ford.
Yeah. She reminds me like she can be a Montez Ford in the future. Not now, but in the future. She can be a Montez Ford once she separates and kind of like does her own thing. She can be the next Sasha Banks if she really wants to. Sasha Banks was crazy back in those days. You know that, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
So all I got to say about that. I'll give it a 4.
Well, I feel like she does have a lot of room to grow, but she has been showing good strides in growth. So I'm not going to completely shit on her. I'm going to give her a 3. I feel like she has a good opportunity to showcase herself more, and I feel like that's what she was missing. Was her microphone stuff isn't terrible because she does the the metaphor stuff.
Yeah.
So she has that down. It's just the fact that she needs more microphone work in the ring and less backstage, and she also needs to have more ring time, which they're giving her, which I'm very grateful for. So I'll give her a 3 for right now, and hopefully in the future she can be a 5.
Yeah, same season. I like Cara. She's talking about the world. And then the final one is Jada Parker.
Okay, wait, Jakara. 4. I give her like a solid. 3 seems too low, so I'm gonna give her a 4. I agree that she has a lot of potential. Who's next?
Jada Parker, aka Miss New Booty.
This woman. She's grown on me. I'm not gonna lie. Like something about.
I'm giving her a 3. Just that's it because
3.
of the match. Because of the match she had with Lola Vice. Like booty or not, she's really putting herself out there for matches. Like she's going all out to prove herself, and I understand.
Well, the reason I'm giving her a 3 is because I feel like she can grow, but she needs to get open to the same repetitive things. She needs to grow and not stay in this bubble.
Yeah.
I want to give her 3.5. The 3.5 that I didn't end up giving to Jakara. Reason being that, like, I feel like her personality, she's grown on me a little bit. Like, at the beginning, I will agree, it's kind of like one-track pony, but she's definitely showing a lot of grit, so I like that. And it's giving her character is obviously, like, Grand Theft Auto inspired in a way, and I don't know, she's growing on me.
She is, and I won't be surprised if they try to sponsor her for part 6 when it's coming out soon. You want to be a part 6? You're a Latina and you're ratchet. You hang out with 2 ratchet guys. So let's
add in character.
Yeah, I would like that though. I would like again. She can grow, but she has to stop with her fucking booty special. If that's your end all be all, you're gonna be buried by your own ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do agree that there's a lot more to it, especially like if her thing is being a former soccer player. Like you've got more than just your ass. Like you've got, you know, be like the, be the watermelon crusher. Like, you can do that.
Why didn't she? You know, if she's a former soccer player, why didn't they bring a soccer ball into that hardcore match they had? And she like kicked the ball up and then like spiked the ball into Lola.
What's funny is that thank you for bringing it up. She's a soccer player. Use your knee. You can do a psycho knee. You can do a V trigger. Like you have the knee power. You can. Why don't you watch fucking Tommaso Ciampa shows?
Ooh,
how about that?
Ooh. Putting somebody fucking side of their head into a turnbuckle and using the turnbuckle as in doing a V trigger into the turnbuckle.
Exactly.
Jesus.
I'll show you what that is, Carl. But and even then, you can start with the V trigger and end with her butt. That's acceptable. Where you're like, okay, I'm gonna hit you with the knee in the side of the face, and at the end, my left ass cheek is literally on your face. That's fine. That's fine. That's whatever. Now,
Why don't you give her the whoopee cushion finisher?
Fuck that shit. Going on to the next girl. Next girl's coming up.
I step in the ring, it's NXT time. D-Walk on the mic, gonna blow your mind. We bring the energy, the crowds go wild. We stay on top, we never back down. We break the boundaries, push the limits. NXT wrestling, we the epitome of brilliance.
All right.
We got 3. Lola Vice, Nikita Lyons, Roxanne Perez.
It's a good 3.
Let's start from the least to most. Nikita Lyons.
Yes.
Now, I'm a little biased here because I haven't seen her in a while, and I don't know her past body of work.
I feel bad because of the injury she's had. These are things that we need to take into granted because she blew out her left knee, came back, and within a month blew out the right knee.
Damn.
Like it was like that quick. So she was out a year, came back for a month, blew out the other knee, was out another year.
Yeah. I feel bad for her, but my girlfriend knows me. I give her a 2. That's it. Sorry.
What?
I give her a 2. I give her a 2. Like, I don't want an Instagram model as a wrestler. This should not be the evolution of wrestling where you focus more on your ass than wrestling. Sorry.
Well, I'm going to actually give her a 4. Reason being, we're combining overall factors.
Yes.
And, I mean, the aesthetic is part of it. Like, she has a very powerful stage presence. And, like, if she worked her way back from 2 injuries, then, like, that shows grit and determination. And, yeah, I mean, so far I like her as a wrestler. I'm hoping that she doesn't stick to the same type of moves, but she obviously has a lot of power and a lot of charisma and stage presence. So that overall gives her a high rating. So I give her a 4.
Fine. I respect that. That's fine. Joe?
So, like I said, the injuries and stuff. So her body of work I've seen before the injuries, and I saw her body of work when she came back from the first, and then now it's diminished a little bit because she's had to change her move sets and stuff around. You notice she doesn't do the split pin no more.
And actually,
What? Oh, sorry, Joe. Say it again,
no, I'm going to interrupt. But now that you're mentioning it, it makes sense why she's focusing so heavily on like throwing people around, because she's using her upper body versus like lower body focused moves that might be harder on her knees.
Right.
So
right. That's why she stopped doing that. That's why she stopped doing that split pin, because it was bad on her knees. I'm gonna say I see a lot of good things out of Nikita Lyons, but there's a few things that need done in order to do that. One of the things, like I said, is her weight. I feel like I know BX Sports came on and said that he was talking about he sees her pictures outside, but her ring gear makes her look bigger.
Yeah.
She just overall looks bigger from
Yeah.
her first run before she had the first injury. And I feel like 15, 20 pounds would be a good amount of weight for her to lose, but she doesn't lose her aesthetic. And I get what Cara is saying. She does have a very good ring presence, and she's good on the microphone, and she does have an appeasing look, and she does have a good persona. So I'm going to give her a 4. I feel like she could be something really great.
Yeah.
But she has to stay healthy and she has to stay consistent. And it's going to take time. She had to change her entire moveset around this time to protect her knees. And it's not the same as it was. So people got to get used to that. And nobody's used to that right just yet. So people are like shitting on her right now.
Now, the reason I'm quote unquote shitting on her is that not because of her ring presence. Again, I do like the Vader bomb. I do like her power moves. I don't like her butt moves, but I do like the power moves. The fact that it's her charisma and her mic skills. Because when she says this, I'm going to come back like a puma and a tiger. I'm going to dominate. I'm like, that is a stereotypical what I've heard for years and years and years. You are not making or breaking the mold. And that's something that you should do. You should do something different. Like Nia Jax was a little different talking because again, she was like very soft spoken, but when she screams, you're like, she would do all that shit. With her, I'm sorry to say this. With her, she reminds me of a cinematic every time. Wrong card.
No, I mean, sorry. Excuse me. I think there's something to be said for like a classic, timeless, like aesthetic or persona, and obviously like the Lion is a classic, so you can't really go wrong with that. It's not groundbreaking, but it works.
Yeah.
Nikita Lyons tweeted yesterday, and I quote, opinions are like booty holes. Everyone's got one.
Oh God! Because if she did prize on the match, crapped on the match, and then like, oh whatever, I'm like, you're gonna have to accept like you botched the move, accept it, move the fuck on. Like the whole crowd. Yeah, go on, baby.
Well, that happens, and also going back to the weight thing, like, I mean, I don't know her stats, but I feel like maybe that extra weight she put on is muscle,
Good
maybe she's extra up.
It could be. It could be. I mean, it could be. You're very true. It very well could be muscle. I mean, she looked like she was a little extra jiggly when she came back. And yeah. I more or less, I don't care. I like the way she looks. That's not a problem. I want to see, I just don't want her knees to take a beating.
Yeah. I think her style of wrestling, that's why I'm scared. It's like she's very like,
she's young.
Yeah, she's young. Yeah, she doesn't need to retire by 29.
She's 25 and she's already had two major knee surgeries. She's had both her knees blown
27.
out.
Yeah, that's what scares me. We've already met Tegan Knox. Both her knees got blown out, and now we don't even know if she's going to wrestle anymore because she's always been in surgery from one year to the next. Shit.
That's what I'm saying.
By the way, Cara, there's a woman called Tegan Knox that both her knees have been blown out in wrestling. Both.
Same with Nikita Lyons.
Yep, wrestled one, got blown out, came back, wrestled another match. The other knee blew out, and now she wears double knee braces when she wrestles. And she's still wrestling.
Scary out there.
Say that again, closer.
I said it's scary out there.
Yeah, that's why I feel bad for Nikita Lyons because she can be that type of wrestler that her weight is gonna be like hell on her knees. So she needs to do a style of wrestling that helps her, like Blue Thunder bombs on short people, or like pile drivers were on skinny, like just something like that helps you in the end. All right, next up, Lola Vice. I'm a Latina booty shaker, booty in the corner, and spin Eddie Kingston. I give her, for me, she's very stereotypical, very bland, very bleh. She can kick and she can fight. I give her a 3 because of the Baszler match. That's it. That's it. Joe?
Okay, so Lola Vice. I like Lola Vice. I just feel like they need to capitalize more on her MMA UFC background. And they need to make her more badass. Pretty much what they did with Shayna Baszler, but that they didn't do that in the main roster with Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
So they should make Lola Vice this badass, unstoppable beating machine that just comes out and destroys people in seconds. Make everybody on the roster her bitch and just make her a dominant force. And I feel like if they do that, then Lola Vice will be a 5.
Yeah.
But right now, the Lola Vice we're getting now, I'm just going to give her a 3.
Yeah. Carl?
Okay, so interesting that you guys started off with that.
Close.
I'm getting there. Interesting that you guys started off with that. I'm thinking it over. My rating would be a 5. Reason being is that she's the greatest, but it's in terms of versatility. Like I see it. Like her character is it is kind of generic, but it's it's got something going for it. I do think that she could use a revamp. Somewhere down the line is like a baby face or something like that. Or a badass, like you said. I would love to see more of the MMA background come out, but that's why I'm giving her a 5. Like she's badass with the kicks. Like that's my favorite part when she like pulls those out. Like the back to back.
The kicks.
Yeah, the kicks, and I'm not a fan of the butt moves either. So yeah, I give her a 5 because of her potential.
Just with that. I'm a little choppy, but I understand. All right. Next up, Roxanne Perez. No explanation needed. 5. Joe?
5.
Cara?
All right. I guess go with the flow.
5. No, 5's across the board. Why? I'll explain why. Cara, 3.
No, I don't know why. I said she's good, Thinking I was gonna give her a 4, but I couldn't think of why. I mean, she's good
No
fighter.
explanation needed. Yeah, you're right. Right. I would explain why. 14 match winning streak. Every match has been a banger. Every match that she's had, she's proved to me that she's her wrestling, her win-loss record, impeccable. Her wrestling skill, impeccable. Her charismatic, boring, but always on top. Always making sense. Always trying to be the dominant person in the division. I respect that. Every person that stood up to her, she's always giving acknowledgments after the match, like, hey, you kind of kicked ass, but in the end, I won. Hey, but in the end, I won. I respect that.
She even burned CM Punk on the mic.
Yeah, and it was really funny, and it made sense at the time, and that made her a super heel, but it kind of made her a super babyface because it's CM Punk.
It also showed her mic skills because she was able to burn CM Punk on a microphone.
Yeah, that's what I mean. 5, just a straight 5, not a 4.9, not a 5.1, but a 5 across the board, ladies and gentlemen.
Future WrestleMania main eventer.
Oh, of course. Like, and I feel bad for Alexa Bliss because that could have been her.
Alexa Bliss, when she comes back, that would be a hell of a match. Roxanne Perez versus Alexa Bliss.
Of course. And you know what's sad? You know what's sad about this? Everyone was like, no, like, remember back in the day, oh, they're too small. They don't really believable. Roxanne Perez is like 5'4". Alexa Bliss is like 5'5". 5'4" as well. Like it's going to be a small person match. It's gonna
Alexa
be
Bliss. Alexa Bliss has been one of my favorite female performers since she started.
Oh yeah, she's adapted. And Cara, if you remember that match that Zarya broke Brindley's arm, Alexa Bliss is the same woman that you can break her arm and she's bow-legged, like bow-armed. So she could break her arm during a match and kind of be believable. That
YouTube
she
it.
broke her arm. Yes. Yeah.
Alexa Bliss gets her arm broken.
Yes. Go on, Cara.
No, I think you've mentioned something like that before.
Yes. Cara, move around a little bit. You're being skippy.
I said you mentioned that before. Her a wrestler being super double jointed.
Thank you. I can hear you now. Now, time for the next round. Let's go.
I step in the ring, it's NXT time. D walk on the mic, gonna blow your mind. We bring the energy, the crowds go wild. We stay on top, we never back down. We break the boundaries, push the limits. NXT wrestling, we the epitome of brilliance. From the mat to the mic, we bring the fire. D walks the name, I'm the rhyme supplier.
In a squared circle, we wrestle with passion, heart and dedication.
All right, wait. Did I miss anybody? How many were in that one?
Four. It was Wendy Chu, Thea Hale, Stevie something,
Stevie
and
Nicks.
Soruka. Stevie Nicks and Soruka. Okay.
And Stephanie Vakor was last.
She was last. Okay. So let's go off that. All right, here we go. Let's go off Stephanie. Now, here's the problem though. She's only won like a couple matches here, like maybe 3. And
I know, but I know her. I know her body of work outside of NXT.
Now we have to base it off what we've seen on NXT.
God,
I will give her based off NXT alone a 4. A 4 because she sucks on the mic and they have to use subtitles. That's for me. For me. Not because not being biased for her, but the fact that like you have to acknowledge that you
the mic work I can understand. That makes sense. They need work with that, but they're working with it. They're trying.
They're subtitling it, Joe. They realize like we're not gonna win with this shit. We're gonna have to subtitle this. Like we're gonna have to pre-record this shit, subtitle it by AI standards, and work this shit out. Because they realized it's not gonna work with them. And I get it. Like if they would have done that same mentality on Asuka back in the day, she would have been way more like famous. Because then you can actually like, because remember, Asuka would just be randomly saying shit in Japanese and you know saying what the fuck she was saying, just because she was angry all the time. But if she was subtitles, it'd be pretty fucking cool. Just stop interviewing her. All I have to say is stop interviewing her after the match. Stop. It doesn't help anybody. That's why I give her a 4 for me.
Okay.
My skills are shit, so I have to minus a point for that for me.
Yeah, and that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. So with that, I would give her a 4 as well because again, mic skills. So she needs work on the mic, as does a couple other people.
Yes. Oh yes.
Yes. Some of them speak English and still can't perform on a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sad. But everything else about her look, her wrestling, her charisma, all top notch.
Yeah.
The only thing that she's missing is the mic.
Yeah. And that's gonna take a while.
They'll just send her to school to learn English. That's all.
That's fine. Cara, your thoughts on Stephanie McCool 5?
Honestly, I feel like I'm not that familiar with her so far, so I'm just gonna give her a 3, but that's just a neutral rating.
Casual. I respect that. Casual viewer, 3. I get it. All right, that's fine. Next up, Wendy Chu. I give her a 4 right off the bat. Great potential. I've never heard her talk, so I don't know what her mic skills are. But she's a very, very mini Undertaker for me. Cara?
Again, I agree with you about the mic skills. She's never done a lot of talking. She did more talking before she was the dark Wendy Chu, but she was very regular weight, she should do more talking. But that was because she was, and she speaks fluent English.
Yeah.
4.
Okay. 4, Cara.
Who were we talking about?
Wendy Chu.
Wendy Chu. 4. I feel like use them, but she's strong overall.
Okay. 4 across the board for Wendy Chu. Congratulations, Chu. Stevie Nicks. NA. Next. Joe?
Yeah, I don't know what that is, and also how can you use the name Stevie Nicks? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen her perform, I don't believe.
There you go. I feel bad for you, bro, but that's not my fault. All right. Next row. I think that was all of them, I think. It was Stevie Nicks. Lola.
Thea Hale.
Oh, yeah, Thea Hale. Okay, Thea Hale. Baby Pot, mute your mic for a second. Thank you, baby. I'm going to say this. I want to say 5. I want to say 5 at the top of my heart. I want to say that. 3.
Oh.
Waste of potential. Great potential in the match between Roxanne and Perez. She showed
Yeah,
out.
but the thing is that we're basing it not off of the potential that's not being used. We're basing it off of their personal wrestling and their charisma and their microphone skills.
Okay, if we base it off that, 4, because she can talk. I like her segments when they curse, and she's usually the one that curses, and like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. Again, she's an arm specialist. I love arm specialists, and
she's a character.
She's a character. So I say 4. She's wasted potential right now. She's wasted potential. Either she switches up teams, or she becomes evil by herself and becomes the new Roxanne Perez. Really, but nah. 4. For me, 4. Great person, great wrestler. 4.
I'm gonna go ahead and give her a 4 also.
All right.
Only because I feel like she could do a little bit better.
Okay. Cara.
I'm gonna go ahead and give her a 5.
Ooh.
I feel like she has the potential, and just because she's not getting the spotlight right now, she definitely has stage presence. Like whether it's, it doesn't necessarily positive. Like I kind of was turned off by her at first, but she still caught my attention. So she obviously has stage presence, and she has potential as a wrestler, even though I've barely seen her wrestle. So I give her a 5.
All right, I respect that. You give her a 5. All right, I think that's all of that group. Now for the last group, and I think I have Tina Paxley. If not, we'll talk about Tina Paxley separately. Here we go.
Great circle, wrestle with passion, hot.
Hey, Carly Bright. By the way, Carly Bright comes out twice, so my bad on that.
Great circle, wrestle with passion, hot. Heart and dedication, that's our ultimate fashion. The rise to the top, we dominate the game. NXT superstars, we won't be the same.
Square circle, we wrestle with passion, heart and dedication, that's our ultimate fashion.
Okay, so it would be Carly Bright, Brinley Reese, Cora Jade, Bella Henley for now. What we're missing is Tatum and the mask girl. That's it.
And we're also missing Julia, Daria.
But we'll get to that another day. Now, Fallon Henley. Let's start from the top to the bottom. Fallon Henley, Cara, you're ready.
Solid 3. Solid 3.
Solid 3?
I think it's cool that I can.
Joe?
Fallon Henley.
Yep.
I've been watching her career for a while, and she's grown a lot. And she was doing some good work as a babyface. She's doing good work as a heel as well. She's shown that she can work both sides of the babyface and heel.
Yeah. Okay.
Her ring presence and her diversity and her mic work and stuff, it's all good. I'm gonna give her a 5.
Damn. Okay.
I see a future for her and as a main eventer in the main roster.
I give her a 4. A 4 because she had a great match with Kaylani. She can be adaptive, and she just needs to get the fuck away from her damn. Get the fuck away from them. Try something else. Stop being a cowgirl. Figure something out. Honestly, like I'm tired of the cowgirl gimmick. It doesn't really help. So that's a 4. All right. Brindley Reese or Chipmunk Face. I give her a 2. She's a good ground wrestler, but that's all she got. That's it. That's it. She's a big butt ground wrestler and friend of. That's it. So 2. Joe.
1.
Jesus. All right. No questions asked. Cara. Brindley Reese. Petrovic's friend.
2.
Jesus. I respect that. Carly Bright. She only had move on. Carly Bright has only ever had one match. And she lost. So actually 2. 1. Good wrestler, standard ground like UK wrestling style, but very boring. Another blonde. 1 for me. Cara. Exactly. Joe.
Who was that rating before?
Wait, we're talking about Carly Bright.
Carly Bright.
I've only seen her like one time. And
Is that a little closer?
I've only seen her one time and it wasn't special, so I'd give her a 1.
There we go. Joe?
0.
Jesus, that 0 does count, actually. I respect that. I think that's all the wrestler. Now for the final cut. Here we go.
Cora Jade.
Oh, yeah, Cora Jade. For me, a 3. Good potential. She needs more wrestling. Joe?
I'm going to give her a 4.
Okay. I respect that. And she deserves it. Cara? Great.
Honestly, I'm somewhere around a 3.5. I like her persona. I want to see a little bit more of her, but I don't think I'm like wowed by her as a wrestler.
Okay. I respect that. That's true. Okay. Now for the final cut.
Great circle, wrestle with passion, heart and dedication. That's our ultimate fashion. The rise to
That's the same thing. Okay, so we have Tatum, Julia. There's one more you said, Joe.
Zaria.
Zaria, Tatum, Julia, Zaria, and
What about JC Jane and
okay, here we go.
Gigi Dolan?
She's Gigi Dolan, N.A. Cara.
Her name?
Exactly, N.A. Joe.
I mean, she's been out, so NA. I mean, you really can't judge anything right now.
I'll bring her up. So Tatum, JC, Julia. Let's start with those last 3.
Zaria.
Tatum, Zaria. So let's start with Tatum. Tatum, solid 4. No question. Joe?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give her a 4 for sure. Definitely
Cara,
deserves it.
Yeah, it was a solid 4. It makes sense. Cara?
You said Tatum.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty high up there. I'd give her like a 4.5. Like, I couldn't really explain away a 5, but yeah, she's pretty up there.
Yeah. I respect that. Maybe are you next to her fans?
No.
Okay, this is a little copy. Okay, all right. JC Jane, Max Girl. 3. She's a wrestler. She can wrestle. She can adapt. Moving on.
3.
Yeah. Nothing crazy there.
3 as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Julia from Japan, strong style, very adaptive. I give her a 4. She sucks in the mic, but she gets a point off.
Like Stephanie Fat Chorus, the only thing that's hurting her is her microphone. I give her a 4.
Okay. Cara.
What's the name again? Sorry.
Julia.
Oh, Julia. 4. I'll give her a solid 4. She's pretty good.
Okay. Respect that. And the final one was JC Jane, Julia, Paxley. Sorry. She's only had one match. She's highly regarded by Rhea Ripley. She's Australian, South Australian. And she had a promo. She was talking about this. Maybe mute your mic, please. Thank you. She 3.
She's very good, and she's also very renowned.
She's very good, but her moves are very power based, and it reminds me of Ryback a little bit.
She's Jordan Grace.
I know, but like just a little bit of Ryback and Jordan Grace. I give her
She looks like Beth Phoenix with Jordan Grace's moveset.
Yeah, I give it a shit. I just like my mind saying no. It's still saying 3. Like it's I've seen Jordan Grace. Why do I want to see an Australian version of Jordan Grace? Like
I like Zarya though. I think she has more of a aesthetic look than Jordan Grace. It might be the paint, it might be her hair. I don't know what it is, but there's something more aesthetic about her. And I'm going to give her a 4.
Okay. And yeah, I'd say 3. Cara, what do you give Zarya?
3.5 or 4.
Okay, I'd say 4. I round up to 4. Oh, that's fine. As a whole, we just rated all the women's of NXT and fairly, not on looks, not on like booty or boobs, but on wrestling and everything else. And I wanted to show people that we can do these type of things. We don't like doing these type of things. It's very boring. But we can do wrestling in a rating system. And the majority of the wrestlers that we liked were 5s and 4s. The majority of wrestlers that we see every week but don't do anything are 2s and 1s. And the ones that are on the roster by title only are 0s. And you have so many women in that roster right now in NXT. You need to figure out what the fuck to do right now because you are wasting a lot of talent doing nothing. And that's bad.
We forgot Rizzo.
I forgot about Rizzo. Rizzo, I have to give her a 3. Actually, I have to give her a 2. She's only been like in one match. That's it. Like it wasn't really a great match.
I agree.
Yeah, I give her a 2. Cara, what do you give Rizzo?
Yeah, somewhere between like a 2 and a 3. I want to give her something higher, but I feel like I haven't seen much from her yet. So
she can talk. I respect it, and she can like show like the underdog. But that's all I've seen is one match against the Key Alliance. That's not a good basis, and that's not great for you. Honestly, we got a comment.
Right. We didn't talk about Last Legend either.
Oh, I forgot about. Let's see. Another freaking one. Oh, you know what? Last Legend. Yeah, Last Legend. I give her shit. Actually, I would give her potential a 3. Potential. 3 years. Yeah, 3 years down the line, should be better. Cara?
I give her a solid 4. Actually, I think she has a lot of potential, and she just has to keep expanding her moves. But she has a lot of potential.
I want to second that. I want to give her a 4 also. Only because I feel like she has grown a lot over the years, and her microphone skills are pretty good. Her in-ring work has gotten so much better. She does laps around Jade. Let's put it that way. She's the same size as Jade Cargill, and she does laps around her. Her in-ring work is phenomenal.
A few years. Yeah.
She can be that top dog if she really keeps going at the rate she's going.
Okay, respect that. I think so. I said that's why I said 3 years. In 3 years, with enough matches, if you stay in WWE, fine. But if you go someplace else and really learn someplace else, you can be a bigger star by going to Japan or going to AEW, going to NWA, or going to TNA. Like, really try something new. Because for Jakara's is turning into, like, if they can perfect their talking in a weekly basis, you don't need Lash anymore. Bye-bye. Have a great endeavor. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that was it. That was NXT BWF NXT time. I wanted to shout out to the dentist, wherever you are, in a casino, in a mountain, or
in the eyes of an angel, we shall miss you.
oh man, see those texts tomorrow morning.
He's somewhere doing NXT time with Drunk Walk by himself.
By himself in the casino, like, I don't care about my life. I want to thank Joe BNCO for passing by and enjoying this episode and the ratings. On Saturday, we'll talk about it. Raw and SmackDown. There's gonna be a lot of wrestlers. We'll get to that. I want to thank Cara, the Invisible Woman, for passing by and giving us her special input on live wrestling as a casual viewer. I want to thank D-Walk for giving us the time to talk about these things and wrestling and life and aspects of life. Joe, give your socials.
Joe BNCO 6617 on YouTube. Joe BNCO the PUWF on X. J Bianco 835 on Twitter. Joe BNCO on Instagram and Joe BNCO on Facebook. I think that's about it.
That's right. Cara, loud and proud. Say those socials.
Socials are just Cardal Muhammad, KARDALAMOHAMED. So follow me on Instagram and TikTok.
There you go. Alex Coquito, ALEX, square space COQUITO for everything else. Rican Reactions, which is RICANREACTIONS. Go back and click back all these things to see us out. Stay healthy, stay happy. Remember that the PWF will always love Dennis, and Dennis will always love us. And sometimes when he's going out to get drunk and to have alleged and supposed sex with various people, wear a condom. It's good for you. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Lace up your boots, we're about to fight. NXT in the house, bringing the hype. We walk on mic, ready to ignite. Detroit hip-hop, we take it flight. Body slamming, the crowd's going wild. Square circle with the kings of the pile. NXT superstars, we're breaking the mold. This Detroit beat will never get old. Step into the ring, feel the adrenaline rush. NXT wrestlers, we're the ones that can't crush. With our moves so smooth, we're the next generation. Detroit hip-hop meets wrestling sensation. Lace up your boots, we're about to fight. NXT in the house, bringing the hype. D-Walk on the mic, ready to ignite. Detroit.